Hey guys, it is Abby. How are you guys doing tonight? Hope everyone is doing well. Tonight I have a response to a video that I was watching on another YouTube channel. I was just so appalled by this video and what was said. I was so shocked. Um, Especially as a woman. Um, Man, sometimes women just sabotage their own relationships. Holy cow. But anyway, I was watching this video on Strong Successful Male. I do watch that channel. I usually watch it with hubby, so it's pretty entertaining for us. Um, but anyway, I wanted to cover this topic because I was just like, wow, couldn't believe what was going on. But I'll give you the synopsis here, and you guys tell me what you think. Um, in the video, the guy said that he had been planning a date with his girlfriend to a new restaurant that had just opened up in their town. And on the day of their date, she decided to tell him that she invited three of her girlfriends to come to dinner with them on their date. Um, she hadn't made mention of it beforehand, didn't ask him um, or anything before that, and he was just like, okay, and wasn't really crazy about the idea, but he went with it. Um, he was just kind of like, well, I guess I can't wait to meet them, sort of thing. Um, so I guess later on, as he's getting ready, um, as they are getting ready to go to dinner, she springs on him that they have to pick up her friends on the way to the restaurant because they don't have a car. And I was just like, wow. Uber, Lyft, hello. Anyway, so, he's totally annoyed at this point in the story. But he politely goes with it, and they pick her friends up. And at the restaurant, like, just when you think that was kind of rude, um, yeah, it gets worse. So they get this table for five at the restaurant, and after they had been sitting there for a while, her girlfriends, they've been all cackling hens and, what have you. And I guess after a while, um, her friends actually finally acknowledge him. Like, wow, that's really kind of rude. But, yeah, and it gets worse, believe it or not. Um, then I guess like one of her friends starts talking about how his girlfriend's previous boyfriend was much taller than he um, was not bald, um, and then they all started laughing at him, his girlfriend included. I'm like, what? And then and then I guess like he just tried to laugh it off at the comments they were making. despite being seriously angry at this point. Um, and then his girlfriend started laughing with him, and, let's just add more gasoline to the fire. Um, and I guess then at that point, the food finally comes out, and the girls were drinking and becoming more and more loud and obnoxious, and so much to the point, I guess, like the waiter came over to them and told them they were being too loud. Um, and of course, he's totally embarrassed at this point. Um, he was like ready to go. And then he asked the waiter to bring two separate checks, one for his girlfriend's meal and drinks and his own, and then a separate check for the three friends. Um, and he had said that under normal circumstances he would have paid for all of them, but he had felt so disrespected at this point in the evening, um, that he wasn't about to pay for her friends as well. I guess so. At that point, he said that when that had happened, his girlfriend and her friends got up and began emasculating him, um, telling him he's not a real man and that he's broke and worse things. And I'm like, oh my God, seriously? So I guess like one of the friends actually paid for all three of them. Um, and he felt that it wasn't polite to leave them at the restaurant at this point. Um, which, yeah, I would have left. If I'm being honest, I mean, I would have left. I would have left the three chicks and his girlfriend. Deuces. Anyway, so he took them all back to his girlfriend's apartment because it was the closest. And when they got there, he said that his girlfriend took him into her bedroom and started telling him how he embarrassed her and that he didn't pay for her friends. And then, he brought up to her, they've been making fun of him all night, emasculating him, comparing him to her ex, you know, and her response was, you're being too sensitive. You're just being a P word. And, he said that his girlfriend had been drinking at dinner, and so he wasn't taking what she said personally. Yeah, I would have. Yeah, the truth comes out when the guard is down. Um, but then, like, by the end, the guy goes and pulls out money and gives it to her for his friend's or her friend's bill, and just to make her happy, and then he left. You know, and then he actually asked Strong Successful Male if he was being the a-hole in the situation and was being oversensitive. I'm like, what? Are you kidding me? And, after the fact, I guess in the comments, he says something about a couple days later, he had been trying to call his girlfriend and his girlfriend wasn't taking his calls. Yeah. Like, I watched that video and I was like, wow, WTF, man. I'm like, I don't always necessarily agree with strong, successful male's point of view. Um, he does make a lot of good points, I will admit. But this time, holy cow, he was spot on. This guy was seriously treated like dirt. And like the fact that he just kept taking it and taking it and taking it and being this girl's punching bag. And then, she invites 3 of her friends along to be their punching bag too. Like, wow. I was like, holy cow, what a shitstorm. And they just kept piling more on. I'm like, no way. I'm like, why is this guy letting himself be taken advantage of and treated like that? He was freaking gaslighted by his so-called girlfriend. He had every right to be upset. And really, he should have stopped that right from the start. When she sprung that whole, oh, by the way, my 3 friends are coming to dinner with us on our date night. No, you need to call them and tell them, no. Am I dating you or am I dating your friends? Yeah, I was like, no way. And really, it sounds like they were just trying to help her get rid of them or take advantage of them or see how far his girlfriend could push her limits with him. Yeah, he needs to stop calling her like yesterday. And those girls, they should be ashamed of themselves, especially his girlfriend. Like, who does that? You don't invite your friends to your date. That's not a date. That's a hangout. Yeah. And really, as a female, if you're just dating someone, woman up. Like, for real. If you don't want to date this person and you're not feeling it, be a woman. Tell them, this just isn't working for me. I don't want to date you anymore. Own up to it. Don't be a total ass. And, act that way. That's just horrible. Like, you give good women a bad name. Like, come on, man. And for that guy, go find someone else who is deserving of you. Really, don't let yourself be walked all over and treated like a doormat and just keep taking it. Be a man. Stand up for yourself. I was just really taken back by that video, so much so that I had to make this one. I was like, wow, that takes a lot of nerve. I couldn't believe it. It was just absolutely shameful to hear that actually occurred. Makes me glad I'm not in the dating world. I'll be honest with you. So with that, I guess I will end my little rant and rave for tonight's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this little story. I would love to hear what you guys think about this, ladies and gentlemen alike. Put your comments in the comment section. I tend to pride myself on, I tend to not judge people or try to not judge people. But man, that was just awful. But anyway, leave me your comments, what you guys think about it in the comment section. Have you ever been in a situation like this? Please, I hope not. If you let me know what you guys think. This is just crazy. I was so appalled by that, and as a woman, just embarrassed for them. Um, so, anyway, send me your emails, haute.abby@gmail.com. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and we will see you guys real soon. Bye.